Right, so this lady is Bodie and she's 7 years old, and she's come to us because she's having a little bit of boot camp. So you can probably see there she's just trying to walk over the top of me, and yeah, she can be quite like that. She has been in the stable as well, just trying to walk over us as we open the door and things, quite opinionated. You can see she's got a titanium mask on. We recommended that to her owner as well as a gut supplement as well before she came to us. And getting on her can apparently be quite interesting. So we were told this is what she does. When you first get on, there's a little bit of kicking out and she just wants to basically bugger off with you. And that's exactly what she's trying to do there. The head has come up. So she's using her neck against me, and you can see the power walk through those shoulders, head up in the air, and she's just trying to basically walk off at her own pace, do whatever she wants. So with Bodie, I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently. Usually you'll see that in our videos when I first get on one, I literally get on and I walk, trot and canter straight away. We just crack on with them. But because of the way Bodie is, I basically want to work her a little bit differently because she wants to get on with it, which is great to have a horse that wants to get on with it, but it's all completely wrong. It's all on her terms and it's all rushed and uncomfortable. And it's not that she's doing all of this out of pure enjoyment. It's she's doing it all out of anxiety and just stress. Let's get on with it. And so we need to change Bodhi's attitude to life a little bit. And obviously she's a mare, which kind of is going to make it all a little bit harder to deal with, because the mares definitely have a lot more opinion than the boys seem to. So what I'm doing here is I just want to slow everything down. And what we've been doing, handling her as well, is the same. We have just been making her slow everything down. So she's getting the idea, we don't need to rush everywhere at 100 miles an hour. And things are actually far more comfortable if we just slow the pace, drop the head, relax, chill out a little bit, take a breath, have a look and enjoy the world passing us by. It doesn't always have to be go, 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 go. And this is what I want. I want her to just relax, have a look around, slow everything down as much as we possibly can, but equally not annoying her, because I don't want to block her. I want her to slow it down on her terms as well. She's got to work with me on this because I can't force her to slow everything down. We'll just end up getting in a battle. So a lot of the work we've done with just having her here in the stables has been that as well, just chilling her out, getting her used to just having a quieter, steadier lifestyle. That's what we want. That's what we wanted to do. So we haven't turned her out yet. I wanted to get on her and ride her first before I turned her out on our grass here. And she's come to us looking very well, very, very well. And her owner knows that she's, looking great, which is brilliant. It's great that they're looking great, but doesn't always mean they're feeling great. And what's happened with Bodhi is she was quite a sensitive mare anyway, but she's looking even better than she was apparently. So now she's feeling a lot more full of herself, which again kind of doesn't help with her anxiety levels. When they're that pumped in themselves, they just don't know what to do with it. And it's got to come out somewhere. But what we want to do now is just rein it all back in a little bit. So I'm just trying to get her to drop her head down as we're walking along. I'm not arguing with her because that's not going to get us anywhere. Don't argue with mares, it's absolutely not worth it. You've got to get them on side. There is no point in having an argument with them. And she's just chilling there. The head's coming down. She's not blocking me through the neck. She's just having a look around. Everything's just chilling. She's stretching down a little bit. And she can have a pat and just realise that life doesn't have to be that speedy all the time. That much effort, that much, let's get on and go with it. It doesn't have to be like that. And what we've done, just taking her backwards and forwards to the walker, which rather than turning her out, she's been on the walker for a couple of days with us. And the first day I took her out of the stable and took her to the walker, I mean, it was like taking a bull. She literally was just tanking me everywhere. So we've worked with no gadgets, just getting her to back off behind me a little bit. Rather than rushing ahead everywhere, I want her to actually respect my bit of space and just back off behind me a little. So she's now just walking a lot more chilled out, and we're getting there. She's starting to change in all ways, really, and really nice and relaxed. So I spent the whole session just having a walk. And I think we've got more out of that than if I'd have got on her and had a trot and a canter today, because I don't think I'd have got anywhere. I think we'd have just been go, go, go with her tanking around with me. And that's not the starting point that I want for her. Every single horse is different, and we have to adapt how we're working with them. You see, she's just starting to rush off a little bit. And it's just, well, no, just come back. Just come back to me. We don't need to do it. We don't need to just go off at 100 miles an hour. So at that point, I know, right, it's pretty much time to finish for today, because she's been brilliant. She's done a lot of walking, and yet she's relaxed back to me there. So end of session. End on a good note before you get into a battle with anything. She's happy. She probably can't quite understand what's gone on. Right, so she could be a bit bitey and kicky in the stables, didn't like grooming, saddling up, that type of thing. So we're using the equissage on her, and I've got a plastic curry comb there in my hand, and as you can see, not really messing about, being all nicey, lightly with her. She's having a look at me as if to say, are you really joking me? You are scrubbing me with that brush? Well, yeah, I am. And actually I find the less I do with it and just crack on with it, the better. So because we've got the little mounting issue, I've decided to do some getting on and off in the stable, because she can't really just bolt off anywhere then. And she's taken it really well. I mean, we're not moving, and I'm expecting if we do start to move a little bit, we're going to have a bit of tail swishing and probably a bit of kicking out. But we now move into the top barn, see how she is, and better than I would have expected, to be fair to her. She's fidgeting, but she's actually allowing me there to give her a pat. She's standing still for a moment. I'm not going to push my luck. I'm not going to stand there too long. I'll let her move away now. And you can see, just as we start to walk away, she's just on the go. She just wants to get on with it. She's a little bit of an angry mare. Not in a nasty way, but in the fact that she's, come on, just let me get on with it. Let me do it. So just trying to just squeeze the head down a little and say, well, no, come on, you're not going to use that neck and those shoulders against me. You're not going to tank off with me here. And I wanted to wait at the end so we can have the gate open as we walk in and just see how she reacts. I don't think she's going to stand for a moment and do it, but we've got to start somewhere with her and just see how she is. And actually, she's not too bad. She's let me stood there. I'm just going to do the girth up. And it's as soon as there's just anything and we start walking away, she just wants to go. So rather than the gates open now, rather than me just let her walk in at 100 miles an hour, I'm just turning her away, and then I'll turn her back and we'll come in at a little bit of a steadier pace, a little bit more of my speed rather than her speed. But you can obviously see she's not wanting to do that. Why should she actually do what I wanted to do when she can just do what she wants to do and go everywhere at 100 miles an hour? So I'm just going to make sure that she just walks around sensibly straight into the school if we can. And straight away, she just wants to bolt everywhere with me. She just wants to go. You can see she's just the tail going, just let me get on with it. The neck's coming up again. She's just bouncing about underneath me. She really just wants me to let her bugger off at her own pace, do what she wants, and that's it, all on her terms. Well, it's not going to be like that. It kind of has to be a bit of a mutual understanding here. And I'm not going to say, oh, it has to be on my terms, because it's not. It's on both of ours. It works together. And that's the thing, especially with a mare. You know, we want to be able to work with her and get an understanding, get a bond, relax about it all. She's not bothered in the slightest about the other horses around her. So very quickly, she's actually relaxed today. I mean, this is the second day of me riding her. We literally walked around that first day, and then we've got on her in the stable, then outside, and walked her straight to the school today on the second day. And you can see the walk there. She's just go, 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 go. Really just can't switch off very well. And I have got a bit of a hold on her, but I'm not completely blocking her, because the trouble is, the more I block her, the more stroppy she's going to get. So I've just got to have enough that she's not going to tank off with me, but equally not keep a hold of her where she's going to get really annoyed and frustrated. And there we go. She is just chilled out. The head's dropping, the walk's getting slower. And she's having a look around, and she's having a bit of a moment that she might not want to walk down this side. She's going to test a few buttons, because that's what they do. She's going to say, well, I want to do it my way, and get off me here and get off me there. But equally, she's got to kind of know that she can't push me around. And I just want an easy life like she does. So let's just do it together. I'm just playing with her constantly, just squeezing with the reins and just saying, no, slow it down. And actually what I've got is, on the inside rein, she's hanging onto that bit quite a lot. So I'm just hanging onto it as well. I'm just saying, come on, and then as soon as she drops it, I'll just let her release a little bit. You can see she's thinking about snatching, she's thinking about what else can she do. But I was going to go for a little trot, and she's like, no, look at the moment. Just say, going to a little trot. She just can't quite contain herself. And I can feel all she wants to do is just go quick. She just wants to go in her terms. So I'm literally sat here now with her, taking a hold, and I'm hardly putting in it. I'm literally just thinking, just trot. I just want her to literally fall into it. Usually you see in the videos, I'm like running them into the trot. Well, not with this one. Everything is completely different. Everything is taking that step back. Everything is just slowing it down. And that's where we want her to be. I mean, you can see there, she's literally just dying to just get on with it. Just go 100 miles an hour around the school with me in the trot, and then she'll probably be happy. But what she doesn't realise is she'll be far happier, far more comfortable, and enjoy it far more if she would just slow it down and relax and just take life easy. So that's where I'm trying to convince her at the moment. And I'm not arguing with her. I'm literally just got my hand in the neck strap, keeping my hands low, slowly rising with my seat, keeping everything light, everything easy, and not letting her rush forward, but equally I'm not pinning her down. You can start to see the trot, it is ever so slightly just starting to get a little bit more relaxed. Instead of running and rushing and fighting me through her neck and her shoulder, it's just getting that little bit slower. It's very bouncy, but she's just starting to drop the head down. And that's where I want her. I just want her to chill out and relax and be just soft in the hand. She did have a hanging cheek bit in, and I've swapped her just into the Neutral Verbinand. She's not leaning on it too much. I've got a little bit of give in this, and that's what I'm finding quite nice. Sometimes less is more, and you often find that with the horses that can be a little bit tricky, and do get a little bit keen or a little bit stronger or a bit forward. Instead of putting stronger bits in, just try and have a softer one, softer hands, because you're never going to fight the battle against them. They're always going to be stronger than you. And you can see there, she's actually really, really nice, quite relaxed. She's still messing about with her head, but the paces are so much slower, so much softer, and she's not bracing herself against me. She's trying to find where to carry herself at the moment, and that's what I wanted to do. I just want her to soften and relax and just find her own comfort zone now, instead of rushing, which is going to be very hard for her because she's obviously a horse that has had these issues for quite a while. This is her, so it's going to take a little bit of work to get it out of her. But a nice soft rein, giving her a pat, she's not trying to bolt anywhere with me now. For the second day, it's really, really good progress, and I'm really pleased with her. Not going to canter her today, because there's absolutely no point. We need to get her relaxed in the trot before I even attempt to canter her, because I don't want to undo all the work that we're actually doing. And just allow her to walk and stretch. And she's really chilled, and she actually looks really relaxed and happy in herself there, stretching the head down. So it's great progress, and I think we're going to be able to work with this one quite well. But she's going to be a different story.